Hey campers, George here, back in the man cave. 4 campers, it's what I'm looking at. This is an issue for me. They all look the same, right? Well, let's check them out. So, funny story. Thought I was being smart. First mistake. And I put out a post to the members of my channel and said, what do you want to see? Tell me what you'd like to see and I'll come up with something. One of those questions was, what's your favorite manufacturer? Knife maker? And tell us why. And I thought, that's easy. I'll just show him. What's the best way to show it, right? Look for something that everybody makes and has a lot of things on it. See? Campers, right? Wait a minute. The plot thickens. Are these campers? Are they scout knives? Or are they utility knives? I dug into my to-do box and came up with these 4. I thought they were all the same. I said, I got 4 duplicates here. And then I looked closer. And oh boy, is that a rabbit hole? Let's look at them. I've got a couple of others that I pulled out of my collection, which just made it worse because I was digging a hole. But let's look at these guys. I haven't cleaned them up or anything. They're all probably mail call gifts, I'm thinking, because I don't remember buying these on an antique hunt or anything like that. So if you sent it, thank you, I think. Let's have a look at them. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4, right? And, you know, they basically the same. Scout camp utility knives, right? The reason I say that was when I was looking at these guys, I discovered that, wait a minute, the tools aren't the same. And I don't mean they look different. The tools on the knives were different. And that got me thinking, where did this come from? And then I realized that a camp and a scout and a utility are the same thing, kinda. These 4 guys will show you what I'm talking about. We'll start off with, well, I don't know, let's pick a random one here, yeah. And it just so happens to be a camillus. Camillus. Well, you know what I mean. Here it is here. Okay. Plain, simple, straightforward Camp Scout utility knife. Right? Which one is it? So I thought I was smart and I typed in on Google, what's the difference between a camp and a scout knife? Well, they gave gave reasons for it, and it's to do with tools. The main thing about the scout is it's a camp knife, right? But it's a scout, it's not a camp. Well, the tools are slightly different. And the reasons are different. A scout knife is really a do everything in the campsite. So it'll have a main blade, can opener, screwdriver, bottle opener, and an awl. Wait a minute, that's not an awl. That's a pen blade. I thought those were awls. No, it's a pen blade. Look at it. See it there? It's a little worn, but it's a pen blade. So I looked at some of the others. Now I've got to find it. There's one here, right? Looks just about the same thing, right? These two. Look at them. They're the same. Even the bolsters have that single line on them. No badges on them, nothing. This one has can opener, main blade, bottle opener, screwdriver. I should say cap opener. And a pen. And an awl. Punch. Whatever you want to call it. They're different. They got different tools on. And that's what everybody says is the difference between a scout and a camp knife. So that started my rabbit hole. Now I started looking what's going on here. And I started doing research. I was looking at catalogs. Oh, before we go any further, I'm talking traditional, old, collectible knives. Basically, they're not, the companies are no longer about, or that the knives just aren't made anymore. And that's why I picked these four. They all look the same. Look at that. Right? It's actually 4 different names on the tang stamps. I'm going to get them opened up so they look all the same. And I'll show you quickly. This was the first one I showed you. You see it there? It's got all the tools we talked about it. Got your main blade here. You got your can opener here. And a pen blade. And your cap and screwdriver. Cap opener and screwdriver. A bail on the opposite side to the blade. Right? This is the other one I showed you. See it? Main difference? Pen blade, awl. Okay? Camillus, Camco. Yeah, a Camillus side company. Different. And I started looking into it and couldn't find any information on this. The Camillus. Why? Every picture I saw that looked the same as this had a shield. There's no shield. And I thought, well, why can't I find this? And then I realized military issue. And this is very specific to the Navy. You can see it up there. So that's what I found out about this guy. The other unusual thing is the can opener. It's actually 2 pieces. Can you see that? Right there, it shows they're 2 separate pieces. The other thing that's different to some of the other ones is the screwdriver and cap opener. Look how long it is. Look how short that one is. Otherwise, they almost the same, right? All the tools are in the same positions. They've got the screwdrivers together, main blades together, the can openers here, and the big difference, the pen blade and the awl. But they're in the same position where the bail is on the knife. Here's another one, right? Same thing. Pen blade, long screwdriver, main blade, can opener. Different. Look where the bails are. Can opener, pen blade, bottle opener, pen blade. Screwdrivers on this side, can openers on this side. Now this guy, Imperial. It's an old one. It's hard to see the tank stamp. And I was saying, wait a minute, Imperial, that's Camp King, right? Well, yeah, it is. And I thought, well, it must be pre-Camp King. Not really. Now this one, somebody's played with. And if you look here, you can see that. they like me. They could not figure out how to put this style bail back on once you take it apart. So this has been taken apart. So now I'm thinking, is that why they're different? They put the tools in the wrong place, right? Switch the tools around. Who knows? Then I got this one. See this one? Normal screwdriver, the short one, can opener, all can opener. It's the lobster style there. And main blade. Very nice. Who made it? Pal Company. Pal Cutlery Company. Yeah. And now we start putting these things together and you can see, wow, it's one big mess. Now I understand that they all come from different dates, time periods, different makers, different tools. One's a Scout, one isn't. It's a utility because it's military. But if it's not military, it's a camper. Other than that, everything is straightforward, right? I wanted to show you that. The question that I was asked was, what's your preference by manufacturer? Who would you go to first for a knife? Well, like I said, I collect old knives. I like to restore them. Hold on. Here we go. That's the noise in the background. She is on a tear today. So if you hear it, Mary, what are you doing? Hey, are you trying to get in? Oh, I know what you want. Yeah, look. There. That's what she wants. She wants to go into my backpack, my waterproof backpack. What do you do? Anywho, back to the rabbit hole. So like I was saying, if I'm looking for a knife, I'm a Camillus fanboy. Love their stuff. I like, as a whole, as a manufacturer, I like all of their knives. I've yet to find a Camillus I don't like. Camillus. Whether it's a single blade jack, a pen knife, a fisherman's knife, a camper, a utility, whatever. I like their knives. They're consistent. They all feel and give you that same look. And I like the feel of them. They're not too heavy. They're not too light. And they're sturdy enough for anything I can use it for. When they asked me that question, I was like, wow, okay. Now we're getting into a real rabbit hole here. Because if I'm looking to do a specific task with a knife, I need to look at the knife suited for that task and not just Camillus. To be honest, 10 times out of 10, Camillus will work for me. But is it the best one? And when I found these four, it got me thinking about that. What's really different about them? Let's look at them and see what's different. Now remember, I'm not talking modern day. To be honest, these days I carry a Victorinox. It's either a Tinker, I forget what the other one is, but every day when I go to work, I carry a Tinker. It does everything I need. It's a great knife. They're beautiful knives. They hold an edge and they do everything I want to do. And it doesn't look intimidating like this. It's a nice red knife and it looks pretty. But now I'm going camping. What knife do I take with me? As far as a folder utility camp scout knife. So I thought I'd start off by looking at each one and showing you what's involved with each one. And I'm going to start you with the Camco. You can see the badge. Okay. And if you look at it, it's got the bail. It's got the same scales as everybody else. It has 3 pins in it. You can't see it on that in there, but if you look carefully, there is 3 pins. One there, one there, one there. The small pins hold the handle in. Big pin is going right through the springs on the spine. And then obviously you've got 2 on either side. Has that bail, you can see the style. Makes it very difficult to take apart and put it back. Big blade, pretty standard. Everybody's used to can opener. This one has an awl, and it has screwdriver cap opener. More on this. You'll see what I mean. So there it is there. Nice size, feels good, feels sturdy. It's a camillus, right? Here's the camillus. It looks the same. But Camco was a side hustle for Camillus, their budget line. Well, what's budget about it? The only difference I'm seeing here is, if you look on the spine, there's more brass on the Camillus. And it gives it a better finish. Look how thick the liners are, and that brass center liner. It's steel on this one, but they still have the brass on the outsides. That's the only difference, but wait. All pen knife. Can openers are different. Okay. And this is that 2-piece can opener. This is a single one. The difference, they're basically the same thing. The other big difference is screwdriver, bottle opener, cap lifter, whoever you are, whatever you call it. Look at the differences. See it? Look how long this screwdriver is. Look how short this one is. Otherwise, it's the same thing. This is the camillus. Camco. Are they saving that much money on that and on the brass that they can offer this as budget? Otherwise, it's the same thing. And of course, this one gives you a blade you have to sharpen it. This is just an awl. What's the difference? Allegedly, if you have a pen blade on it, it's a food prep camp knife. You're going to be doing more food prep and delicate work with it, whereas this is a more general camp knife with the awl. Now, personally, I've always gone with the pen if I'm choosing to go camping, because if I need an awl, the pen blade will probably do okay with it. This long screwdriver gives you more leverage, and you can get deeper into little holes and things to open and whatever. So the Camco, it's kind of budgeter. I'd go with this one by choice. Plot thickens. Let's look at the PAL. There it is there. Okay. First thing you notice, awl on the PAL, pen knife on the camillus, short screwdriver, nice blade, just the same as others. This one's a little worn. It would have a belly like that. This really doesn't show you a belly. That's what it should look like. Okay. Over time, sharpening it, it's the most used thing on the knife. You got a belly. So now I'm sitting with a camillus here that I chose out of the other one. And now I've got a PAL. I don't need the awl. So there you go. The other thing you're looking at is all steel, no brass. Otherwise, it's the same thing. It has the lobster style, old lobster style can opener. I find them to be pretty good, but I still want that pen blade. Okay. So this has an awl. Now, interestingly enough, this is a PAL cutlery. They were known, originally they were their own company, and it was PAL Knife Co. then. Then it became PAL Cutlery. and I think it became part of Utica Knife Company. Back then it was Utica Knife and Razor, yeah, and which is now Cutmaster. The plot thickens. That rabbit hole just. So is it the PAL or the camillus? Here's the thing. Look at the handles. This PAL is huge compared to that. Weight-wise, I have to say that the camillus is heavier, which makes me think it's sturdier than this one. But I don't want the all. So I'm still choosing my knife for a certain task, which is camping. I want that pan blade. Where's this guy? They all look the same, right? I was getting so confused looking that he's trying to figure out who's who here. And here you can see now we have two pen blades. Okay, and this is an old imperial. At first I thought it's a Camp King. There's no badge on it, anything. It's nothing. It's plain handled. None of them have badges, shields, whatever you want. So now I'm looking at it, and this is the one that somebody tried to fix, or took it apart, or did something. And now you have that difference in tool position. Screwdriver's here next to the blade. Can openers here, but it's the opposite on the other one. But they still have the same length screwdrivers, that long one. They have the bail a little bigger as far as the handle. Everything else is the same except they have brass, just like Camillus did. But look at the brass. Thick, 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 thin, thick, thin. The imperial has the big thick ones. A little bit more weight to it, probably a little bit more sturdier. And oh, the horror, I had to give in and say I would rather have the imperial. The reason is a little bit sturdier, a little bit more stronger for what I need. It had the long screwdriver, it has a pen. It has that old style can opener. Not a big deal. I can get it to work. I'm just not really good with it. Practice. There you go. So that's what I'd choose. And that's the way I'd look at it. As far as the steel, they all used the same steel. And it was good steel. Carbon, all from the same era. You know they were getting it from the same people. What's the difference? Handles are the same. 3 pins. This one's a little bit bigger pins to hold the handle. And it's got the big brass pin for your springs in the back. Other than that, it's the same. So that's how I would go about it. Now, what would you choose? Do you just go by manufacturer because that's your preference? I do that because when I'm collecting, that's what I'm doing. Camillus has been around since dirt, okay? So's Imperial. Most of them have, and these two are side hustles to these guys. The Camco was the budget version. Imperial had their budget guys. It was called, oh, that's right, Hammerbrand. More on that later. I didn't check something. No half stop on the Camillus, on the Imperial, no half stop. On the Camco, this is the PAL, half stop. I wonder if the tools have it. Probably. Yeah, all the tools have it. So this is the only one out of those that had a half stop on it. Does it make a difference? No. I've never found a reason to have the half stop, except maybe the screwdriver. That's it. So there you go. Back to my question. You're going camping, you've got those 4 knives, you have to choose one. Which one are you choosing? Are you going with your favorite maker because you're comfortable with them and you know their quality and what they do? They're consistent, allegedly. Okay. Or do you go with, these guys make the best camper, but my favorite makers don't? So there you go. Thought that was interesting. I had to do I had to look really hard. I had to look up what's the difference between a camper, scout, and a utility. Like I said, the utility was a name given as a military style. And that reminds me, the camillus, here's what I found, and that's how I found it. Everyone that I looked up on the camillus had a shield. Okay. These ones don't have any shields, and I noticed that on all the makers. None of these have shields. And it made it really hard to find because I couldn't find it. And then I realized, well, the camillus one was the military issue. So, you know, people like Cutmaster and that, they didn't really put shields on. Imperial did, Camco didn't, which was camillus, really. The Camco and camillus knives were made in the same factory by the same people, and they also made a lot of other knives for other companies like Imperial, and you know, so that whole mix goes in. So that's how I look at a knife. It's what I'm going to be doing with it that I choose. Do I ever go through it and say, well, not this one because of this and that? No, typically I just go, okay, does the knife have this, this, and this, and this? Yeah, and it has the long screwdriver, it has this can opener, so I'll take it. I don't even look at who made it. If it looks, who's to say if I look at a single blade, a lock back, a two blade, a scout knife, a true Boy Scout knife, would I choose the Imperial? Probably not. It's probably going to be the Camillus or Cutmaster or Utica or Hammerbrand. You know, we all know this, right? Very distinctive. It's a Hammerbrand. And look what it says on it. It's got a badge and it says Camp King. But hold on to your horses there. Look at that. Hammerbrand. Four blade, has an awl, and it has the other ones. And it's pretty normal stuff on it. But it's tiny. Look how thin it is. Doesn't have any bulk. And that's my first attempt ever at a bale. Yeah, it's ugly. But it had brass on it. On the outside. Everything else was stainless. Sound familiar? Just like Camillus did. Imperial did. Yeah, the plot thickens. Gets even better. Look at this. And look at this. Same thing, right? Clamshell. Camp King. All silver. Imperial. Different look. All silver. Oh, brass. Ha! Has an awl. Look how big that blade is. Has the same tools. Short screwdriver. No weight to it. Clamshell. I always feel that if I drop this on a rock or something and stand on it, I'm going to damage the clamshell. But, hey, it's still a camper, scout utility. Everybody recognizes that. This is what we consider a true Camp King. It has that cracked ice on it, has all the same tools, has the short, probably the most well-known camper out there. And then you get into, here's one, but it has a badge on it. This one says Ulster Knife Company. It's a USA company. Look at it. Beautiful knife. It has an normal short screwdriver. You know, they all look the same. Here's another one. Look at that. I had those 4 because I pulled them out to work on them when I realized they all look the same. Here's another one. Don't know who made this. Want to guess? Look at it. Okay. All silver, pretty sturdy, same handles, a little bit longer bail. Can't see anything different. The awl looks a little sturdier. It's got a bigger wing to it. Same blade. Oh, it's shorter there so you don't see the belly. Can opener. Do you know who made this? Sabre, Japan. See where I'm going? You can just pick up a knife like this. It has no badge on it, no nothing, but it has 4 tools on it and know who made it. I could probably pick out the camillus from it, but the other ones, I'd have to look at the tank stamps. Now we're getting into, wow, aren't they pretty? Cable. Very nice. Look at that. Now this looks more like these guys. Okay. Look how long the bail is. The bail's different. It's almost like that saber. Huh. Cutmaster. Wait a minute. Cutmaster? That's Pal, right? Look at him. Oh, look at that. It's got a long bail, right? So now you're looking at bails. This has a cutout on it. This doesn't. Same companies. I don't know what the dating on them is. One of my favorite knives. Camillus. Look at that blade. Showed you that already. This is a camillus. A fairly newer camillus. Has a saw in it. It has more. So now my question is this a camper because it has a saw on it? Doesn't have a can opener. Did it? Nope. It had the coping blade. This is more of a whittler for me. But it has the screwdriver and it has the saw blade. And it's pretty cool. Look at them liners. Beautiful. Camillus. A newer version. Look at this guy. This is your standard camper. And you want to guess where this one came from? And it's got the standard screwdriver and your irregular thing's got that shield. It's got a long bail. Cousins. Pal. Look at the bone handle on this thing. Interestingly enough, if you look at them, this one here with the bone handles on it, the tools are thicker, the steel, the blades. The blades might be the same, but the tools are certainly the screwdriver and the can opener that are thicker. Look how thick they are compared to these ones. Beautiful Pal. 2 more bones. Got a shield on it. Know who it is? Shield is a clue. When I say shield, it's a bar shield. It's what the style. You can see it there. Look at the can opener. Yep, beautiful. Here's another bone. I don't want to keep you too long. We're getting into it here. Oh, look. It's a camillus. What's the difference between those two? No badge. Got a divot there, just like this one does, because it has the same style can opener. they're a different size. The top one is slightly smaller, shorter in length. Just very slightly. Both bone handled. One has the badge, one doesn't. All silver, steel, brass. So it's interesting. And it became a real dilemma. I thought I was being smart by saying, I'll just choose a camper. Because why? It has a bunch of tools on it. It'll be easy for me to say, I'll just choose this one because it's my favorite manufacturer. Not so much. And here we have, right? I just thought I'd throw this in the works. Doesn't that look like a Camp King, right? Richards of England, right? This is a 2-blade version. This is a 3-tool as well, so that's a giveaway. Does have a badge. Oh, look at that. Both the same. It's another Richards of England. I think a lot of people will call this a junior or a light, a 3-tool knife. Here we have a Camp King. Looks nothing like your normal Camp King, right? Here's your normal Camp King. But it says Camp King. Who made this? Imperial Island. Totally different look. The handle is square. It's not like it doesn't even look like a hammer brand. But this is closer to a Camp King than this is. Because it has that flat look to it. Right? It's flat. The handle's flat. It's not rounded. So there you go. I got a big mess of campers. And it all started from a question. And I looked through my to-dos because I was like, I need to clean up some of my to-dos. And I suddenly found 4 of these guys. 30 minutes you're never going to get back. Actually, even more than that. And yeah, I do have a case. Personally, it's an older case. It was given to me. It came in the box and everything. It's a beautiful knife. I'm just not a case fan. Blasphemy, I know. I don't know. I like Camillus. I like Imperial. I like Hammer Brand. I think they do a good job and they're fun to find, easy to clean up. Truth be told, when I'm antiquing, if I like the look of the knife, I get it. If I can afford it. I look at the manufacturer after I've decided on getting it. And, typically it'll be one of those brands. So there you go. That's how I think about it. I still feel that Camillus is my go-to. I love their stuff. And I've found a lot of information, and you guys have sent me stuff and told me about it, and I've read up about them, and I find that all their stuff is pretty consistent. So is everybody else, but I just like the feel, the size, and the style of the Camillus. You all be safe out there. You never know what you're going to choose. Oh, wait. I had an extra one. All bone handles. Well, I think some of them might be plastic, but they're imitation bone. So there's that. Appreciate it. No. And don't forget, like, share, subscribe. You know the story. Pretty sure I'll be back. I got to clean these. Takes me a while. I think I might just clean them up and do shorts. Let me know who's your favorite guy. I really would like to know that, or how you think about knives when you look at them. Thanks for watching. Always appreciate it. We'll see you again soon.